So we'll just run through it. Talk about your buck.
Okay.
Talk about the story.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
season update.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about bow hunting? Any of that?
I didn't really bow hunt at all.
You talk about whatever you want.
Basically, I guess we probably just talk about
The buck.
Remy.
let's talk about the Vermont season
And then you hunting.
and started hunting New
Yeah.
Hampshire, Maine,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Welcome back to another episode of Northwoods Whitetails Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Davis. Today I am sitting with fellow team member and my father-in-law, Brent Dragon.
Hi there.
So, fill us in. Let's talk about a little season update. You killed a really nice buck in Vermont.
Yeah, it was quite a slow start, that's for sure. First 7 days in Vermont, I never saw a deer, and pretty much hunted daylight till dark. Just never saw one. I knew there was deer in the area, and it was just really slow. Weather conditions were not good at the time, and
Not conducive for big woods hunting.
no, pretty hard, pretty crunchy, and the deer where I was hunting, it was pretty thick. You're lucky to see 50 yards, so they were gone before I even got close.
Yep. The buck you killed, chewed him on snow?
We did. The eighth morning, woke up and looked out the window, and there was we had 6 inches here, and I said, I'm gonna head up there one more time and try it again, and I hiked in, and I'd gone just pretty close to 3 miles, and I had not even cut a track, and all of a sudden I hit a small track, and just beyond it was a good track. This good track, and he was just following her. He was just downwind of her, scent checking her the whole time and walking along the side ridge, and the track wasn't like it was really fresh. I wasn't sure how far behind I was. I knew it couldn't be too far, and then he and her finally got together and chased her around a little bit, and they just instantly separated and went 2 separate ways.
She just wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready, and he when he left, it was sort of funny. He went right to feeding. He was chewing the tops off the little red maples, the buds. He was chewing them off. He was just feeding everywhere, and he started wandering around and headed toward a swamp. And I figured I thought he was probably gonna go down and lay down. After there just wasn't any other sign up there, and walked down into this hole, and I got to a spot where I thought maybe I was gonna have to get him to come out because I couldn't walk into it. It was that thick, and rolled the can a couple times, and nothing happened instantly. So I snuck along the edge, and about maybe, I guess it was 2 or 3 minutes later, happened to look out in front of me in this little hole in the swamp, and there was a deer standing there, and it was him. He was looking for that bleat, that's for sure. He was not moving. He just standing there, and it's a good thing he gave me plenty of time to shoot. It was raining really hard at that time. The glasses had fogged up. My scope was covered with water, and luckily I had a paper towel right handy, and I wiped everything off quick, and he gave me a shot, and he dropped right there.
It's pretty good video. You showed me the video last night, and him standing there while you were able to quickly pull out that piece of paper towel, wipe your glass on your face and the scope, and boom.
Yeah, it was pretty tense there for a matter of 10, 15 seconds. It seemed like an hour, but it was probably 10 seconds. But it seemed like a long time. And I'm watching him as I'm trying to dry stuff, which wasn't helping.
Yeah.
and he was just starting. He was going to take a step and move, and that just happened when I pulled up quick and I shot at that point, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, did you know he was as big as he was when you saw him?
Yeah. He was out in that brush, and the first time I picked up, I was sure that I could see antlers. It looked like long beams, but I wanted to make sure because all I could see was basically his neck,
Yeah.
and above.
Yeah.
So I cleaned my glasses just enough to. When I put the scope back up there, there was no question. He had good horns, and
Yeah.
and that was the time.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And he was a good buck. He had a pretty good hoof on him.
Yeah.
He weighed what?
185.
Yeah.
Dressed 185.
Yeah.
And long drag, heavy. It seemed everybody says it's easy in the snow. It's getting harder the older I get. I can tell you that.
How far was the drag?
I looked yesterday, and it was about 3.5 miles.
Yeah.
And not easy. And thank God Jamie
Yeah.
Came in and met me about 2 miles with the jet sled, and that helped a lot and made it much easier. But it still was basically from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon before we got out.
Yeah. That's a long day.
Yep, long day, and but it was worth it. It was a fun hunt, and thank God we had some snow that was quiet and fresh.
Yeah.
So it covered everything up that was there.
Yeah. It quickly turned the other way once it. Not shortly after did it freeze up and
got hard again. I went to New Hampshire and Maine each day, one day each, I guess it was, and just was really crunchy again. And but hopefully that's going to change here in the next few days.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time left in both of those states, and
yeah,
see if you can't get onto something. Hopefully we get some conditions and
yeah, for sure.
Go from there. I know myself and Brooke went out today and we couldn't find much.
No, it snowed here all day in Island Pond. I mean, we must have got another 4 or 5 inches, and I think we had 8 inches yesterday. So
yeah.
It looks like the middle of winter here.
Yeah, it sure does. Deer are starting to head to the yards too.
Yeah, noticing that also. Yes, Sunday afternoon saw the same thing.
Yeah. What's your plans for the rest of the season?
Looking to finish out New Hampshire and maybe a muzzleload in Maine. Just a few days here and there, but then probably go to Massachusetts for some days. Looking forward to that.
Well, good. Well, I'm sure you'll hear him down there. We're gonna probably get the gang together again and have some fun down there. So
yeah, it'll be a good time. It was last year. It was a lot of fun, and
for sure.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. All right, guys. Until the next one. That was perfect.
Worked out.